Hurry up before they find you, Faith.
And I know that I am not talking as much now that I've hit an area that I'm not familiar with. I will try to keep the commentary lively, but when I'm trying to figure out an area like this, I don't really talk as well. I don't know why it's not letting me catch that. Because that's obviously where I'm supposed to go. There we go. Just shortened my jump some so that I didn't hit the beam as much. Now we've got red poles here, so anytime you see a red pipe or pole or ladder, you're pretty much guaranteed that that's the way you're wanting to go. This is back where I was, but maybe that button turned on the conveyor. It didn't though. So there's the other button. So now we'll be able to get through there. Could have sworn I remember there being a fight in that room.
Unauthorized power activation in factory area. Units 2 and 8, secured location 8.
You must be getting close to BK Central now.
Maybe it's only on some of the higher difficulties. This looks too coincidental not to be the place to go. Although it may have just been a hidden package or something, because I don't see anywhere to go from there.
Should be somewhere below you.
And just because it's below me doesn't mean I actually need to be going down yet. There's a good chance I'm still supposed to be going up some first. If I remember correctly, we're getting pretty close to a fairly interesting piece of storyline. And I didn't make that jump. Let's see how far back it
Should be
put.
somewhere below you.
First I had to go off of these boxes, and that gets me up here. That lets me get around to the ladder, and I go down it. Did not grab the ladder though. I don't think it will let me just drop off and catch onto the edge of this, so I've got to be able to make that jump. And that time it looked like I over-jumped it. I do not like jumps like that where it's just so picky on being exactly right. I'm supposed to be catching onto that pole to swing around,
Should be somewhere below you.
but in trying to make the jump to it, I have gone over it once and been short of it once. That's a little too picky in my opinion. But to be fair, it may just me being frustrated. Here it is on my Let's Play, and I'm having a real hard time with this level. I think I jumped from a level above this last time, so that would definitely explain the vast difference in the results, as I jumped from two different places. It was my fault. I am positive that that's the jump I'm supposed to be making.
Should be somewhere below you.
Except I'm positive because I remember having to do it over and over and over before, and why I may have tried that many times last time I was playing is maybe that's not the way. We will look around again one more time and see if we can see some other path that we could take maybe. Nowhere here. That falls just as bad. It's got to be able to make it. There we go. You can. Now I'll just shimmy across to where we're lined up with those pipes. Get our swinging momentum back up, and we'll jump over to them. And that gets us all the way to the ground. Yeah, that's readable, at least for me on my screen. Hopefully it will be readable in the video also, but if you do want to read it, pause, because that's as long as I'm going to look at it. And that button's going to start an elevator, but we're not needing to get to the elevator. The elevator was covering this opening. This is a very different looking area. So, we've obviously stumbled across something. Still definitely associated with the security company. But this is not their standard, everyone can see it, their public front, basically. So now we've got a different kind of elevator. No scrolling text, of course.
Jackpot. Think I found the nerve center, Merc. Could be some kind of training room. Drake.
What are they training them for? You mean there's something left in the city they haven't managed to tax, ban, or regulate? What the hell's left, huh?
Us. Merc, get your gun.
You know, that's never too far away. Why?
This training, Merc. This Project Icarus, Pirandello, Kruger, they're not here to bolster the police. They're being trained to come after us. After the runners. All the runners. Everything okay up there?
Quiet as grave. Just me, birds, and the best black market surveillance equipment money can buy.
It's him.
Him?
The guy I saw at the mall. Just seen him on a camera, on the deck of a boat at the
Look,
docks.
Faith, you've done enough. Right now it seems you're sitting in a lion's den. So please, haul ass out of there. Chatter's gone berserk. Blues know you're there. Get out now.
And now we are introduced to a new type of enemy. Those are basically anti-runners. They're people that have trained specifically just to deal with runners. So, unlike all of the cops and security that we've dealt with up until this point, they don't stop chasing you just because you climbed a wall. They are just as good at all of the acrobatic stuff and will continue chasing after you. They also are very tough to deal with in melee combat. So, I will run from them like I did the cops, basically. And you just want to keep moving to stay away from them, and keep moving at a pretty good pace. Okay, so we are safe from those two. We do have scrolling text in this elevator, so I'm going to go ahead and put the camera on it so you can read that if you want to. And then I'm going to go ahead and apologize again for the quality of the video since I've returned to Mirror's Edge. I know that not only has the gameplay not been up to the standards that I would want it to be at least in my own opinion, but the commentary hasn't been as good either. I've been lost, I've been dying, I've done just about everything that you would not want to do in a Let's Play of this game. So, I do want to apologize for that, but I am still a little burned out on this game, so I do not want to look at doing a practice run and re-recording. If someone really is not happy with these, I might, and somewhere down the line when I've had plenty of time to build interest in the game again, I may look at revisiting it. I would probably re-record the entire game, because the earlier parts, the video quality will not have been as good, and these later parts, my quality has not been as good. And I did not make that jump, which may be a problem.
You get directions from a face. Get out of there.
I was not close enough to the end that it was the problem I was afraid of.
It's a ride, girl.
Because the problem is that if that train gets by before you get to it, you're just done. It's very hard to try to time getting on a train unless you catch that first one, which is basically timed for you, that with any kind of decent run, you'll be there just in time to get onto it.
It's a ride, girl. Nice work. Look, I'm gonna try and get the word out on the network about Icarus. Warn the other runners.
Do it. I'm going after that